Hello, it has been ages since I made a video. That's for a multitude of reasons. One of them is that I have quit drinking Monsters and my caffeine addiction has ended, so there goes all my spare motivation. I quit because my heart was fucking bumping too hard. He was vibing out too much, so I had to stop drinking way too many Monsters. Unfortunate. It's depressing, honestly. It's very depressing. I'm becoming disgustingly normal. Obviously, though, I'm still vibing, chilling, and or relaxing at any moment of the day. That's where you will find me. And also, obviously, my hair is fabulous and spectacular and amazing, as it always was and shall continue to be until I definitely go bald. But today, to honor the end of an era, we're going to celebrate a little bit. Missed that sound. I instantly feel much better about everything, so that's good. Addiction works. Drugs work, people. Remember this information. Okay, I'm gonna stop stalling now. It has been, I think, it's been like a year and 3 months. It's been like 15 months since I actually started this tank. I'll do some before and after photos and I'll get up and I'll give you some better visuals in a minute. Yeah, this tank is going amazingly. You can probably see how much pothos roots I have going on in there right now. And obviously, like, water's clear, algae's not very bad. I don't really clean the algae out of it. There was more algae and less algae at different points. It's just natural because I've got enormous pothos plants on it right now, so they're just taking in like all the nutrients. Yeah, I'll probably show you the huge, ginormous pothos roots now. Now, before, I know there's going to be a lot of questions about this, so before anybody asks, like, oh, Oscar, how do you make, like, giant, enormous, pothos vines? Well, it's actually pretty simple. I'll just explain it really quick. Okay, so the details of the blood ritual are pretty simple. They are as follows: 3 sets of 3 pothos in holy water, obviously, surrounded by your 3 candles and your basic magical foci and your double pentagram drawn with the blood of nature. Now, unfortunately, this will require the sacrifice of one animal or another. Today, we're going to use this thing that I found in the street. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll work. Works most of the times. No, I'm kidding. It's much easier than that. Does not require the sacrifice of any animals. Fortunately, or unfortunately, maybe you're into that type of thing. So, here are the little pothos plants that I added about a year ago, 15 months or whatever it was. Obviously, they're enormous. They've grown everywhere. This is the longest one. It's difficult to tell. It comes up, down, around, down. Wait, no, I just mixed mine up. It goes across like that. It comes all the way down. Basically, that one is this one right here. They're the same plant. It goes all the way, wraps all the way around. I've had a few splits, so I forgot what plant that's called. Anyway, that's a little vine that is also here. And you will have spotted the Spanish ivy, which is growing very well, actually. This is my best little, it started as like a little, like that big, a little sprig. And it has just grown amazingly. Just walk back up the stairs here, give you a bit of a downward view. You can see just how ginormous a lot of these are. They're like woody. Some of these are like a tree, like, I'll show you this one. Like, this thing is thick. That's a vine right there. That'll support your weight, like, Jesus. And yeah, I got another little Spanish ivy sprig just happening here. Yeah, but so obviously the plants have grown in amazingly, and I've actually trimmed a lot of this pothos has been trimmed already. I'll show you one of the more interesting bits of pothos is this one, which is split. It's going to be difficult to show you. That's the split right there. So it goes and then it goes down and it goes up. So it goes down all the way down there and it comes up. It came up and over and across and rooted itself back into the tank. So this one you can see has roots, big nice roots growing back into the tank, even though that one is actually one of these. So it's gone all the way down, it's split, it's come all the way up and climbed its way up to the window. Nature is amazing sometimes. It really is quite impressive just how intelligent, you know, these sort of systems are, plants and stuff. They've got sort of like a little, you know, biochemical AIs in there, really computing all the data of their surroundings and, you know, calculating the best possible routes. Same with these, the best possible routes, no pun intended. Same with these roots. They sort of have all these little sensors in them and they can calculate, you know, where to root in. But just look at that. Sorry about the glare, but like, Jesus, there is just a jungle of fucking roots in here. And I can't even tell you which of these roots is from which plant, honestly, because they're all mixed together. Some big, heavy ones. Those are some of the oldest roots, these big ones in the back here. I know it's not very interesting to most people, putting pothos roots. I don't know, I find them interesting. I like how strong and big and grown in they are. This is I think it's called lizard's tail. And I had a big one that died, but then all these little ones have sprouted up and still are pretty big. A sprig of it growing. It's all growing under the water, which is interesting. So yeah, plants have grown enormous, and there's a few things that contribute to that. First of all, it's just a lot of the biofilm you guys will have. I don't want to go back over things. I also use API leaf zone, just a little bit of fertilizer, and it's really not very much. I underdose a lot. It's like, you know, you're supposed to do like 3 caps a week or something, and I do like 2 caps every month or 2, you know. But it really does help to keep all the plants, especially like the Spanish ivy and some of the plants that require a bit more nutrition. It helps to keep them alive. So I think the lizard's tail actually died because of the lack of the fertilizer in there. Because it's like vitamins, you know. If I just fed you bread, you would die from scurvy because you need vitamin C and all sorts of things. Which is the same as these plants. They have food, but they don't have their vitamins, so to speak, you know. There used to be a lot more plants in here, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, the system balances itself out. Probably just outcompeted, really, by the pothos. And then all of this actually floated up here, and I've got just a little floating island of this lovely green plant, so I like that. There used to be tons of Alodia in here. I sort of just unplanted it, and I moved it out and let it sort of disintegrate and sort of turn into the substrate and all that, you know. Well, because it wasn't fitting, you know what I mean? And I actually prefer the look of the tank this way. Really, I could take every plant out of here, and the pothos alone would keep this system nice and healthy with all the fish. You can see, don't have everyone left over. Not a couple of the platies died and things, but we still got 4 tiger barbs. We still got Bruce, the little Siamese alligator, Danny, the mountain minnow, Queen Midas, the golden gourami. That's one of the platies. I've forgotten his name. Back there you saw the red-tailed catfish. His name is Mark. This is just a big thing of hair algae. It's the only patch in here. Probably too detailed, really, for this video. 1 swordtail left. You can see Arthur back there. Little swordtail male. And there's also Eclipse was another platy, but she got moved out of this tank into that tank and actually had a bunch of babies. So I will quickly, this isn't an update video on this tank, but these are the survivors of that tank. So there's probably, I think there's maybe 10 in here. These are little babies, little baby platies. They're all Eclipse's babies. So I had a picture of Eclipse in somewhere here. You can see, and yeah, that's a little bit of an update. So yeah, big, massive, giant pothos plants, and a full year with no filter and no artificial lighting, just windows. Basically, this is a glass box with water in it and a bubbler. And it runs itself, you know, like, I don't know. Probably heard me say before, if you've watched any other video, like, it's kind of a scam, the fish tank industry. Like, you don't need filters and giant things. You don't need to be cleaning things and doing a million water changes. You just need some plants and a window, really. Yeah, the way nature does it. Mother Nature takes care of it herself. So yeah, this is my first video in a million years, but I needed to do an update on this tank. Really did. And also, I don't know what I want to do with this channel, but it's kind of a log, you know. I don't take a lot of pictures or anything, but, you know, maybe one day I'll want to look back on these and see how I was just at these ages. Just track my level of schizophrenia over time, you know. Maybe that'll help. Anyway, thanks for watching.